Everybody, listen up. Listen to the historian talk. I bring no harm. It might be a little painful, but let me get straight into it. Black women are always suspect of black men. It starts at a very, very young age. Not young girls. See, young black girls learn to be suspect of young black men. But once she learns it, she never forgets it. And she keeps playing it out through her mind to justify her actions, to help her be on the right side of this society, this horrible, wicked, backward society we live in. It helps her cope by painting you as the suspect. It helps everyone feel better about themselves because it gives white approval when you are suspect of black men. White people give them an imaginary nod. Their own people give them imaginary nod, and black women give other black women an imaginary nod when they are suspect and they show suspect of black men. And sometimes I remember watching movies with black women. And I remember black women saying, "I don't like him," in the movie, a character. But they never say, "I don't like her," and not give a reason behind it. If they say, "I don't like her," in the movie, then they're going to give a reason behind it. But to not like the black man or the black man as a character in a movie when they're watching movies, they don't even have to give a reason behind it. They don't even have to give a reason behind why they don't like this black man. And a lot of the black men that are around them, when they say this, they won't even ask for a reason. They'll just fall in line. Because what a black woman doesn't like in the black community, everyone else is supposed to fall in line with what that is in order to have access to what she has access to in the black community, which is everything. I was watching this video, that came across my feed of a girl who said something about a black man, and she used the N word. She didn't say black man, but she said something about a black man that goes around saying, "I'm him. Don't sit right with me." Like, why are you trying to be him if him is somebody else? Why are you saying that you're him? And she was like, that thing they say, it's giving, and she was trying to say it's giving gay, like it's giving sassy, it's giving you want to be him, or no, you want to be with him. And I don't know how her mind even got there. Well, I know how her mind got there. Most black women in the black community are molested, perverted, and mentally distraught. That's how she got there. She grows up like this. And if she doesn't grow up like this, other black women make sure they outcast her. See, black women, there has to be a certain fault of another black woman for her to be in a friendship with her. See, perfect good black women don't have, that are not afraid to be black and love being black and not ashamed of their beauty, and they don't have too many friends. In a real, they don't have too many friends, because in order to be in a friendship with a black woman, you must bring yourself down some. Not humbly, but in esteem. In esteem, you have to bring your esteem down some about yourself. You have to bring your self-esteem down, because her self-esteem is not that high. And sometimes a black girl self-esteem is overly high. So there's no in between. When you're in between as a black girl, you have no friends. When you're just right, you have no friends. Your ego has to be either through the roof, or you have to have a tiny, tiny ego that is very fragile to have friends as a black woman, because that's the only two ways they know how to cope. And that's another story. But yeah, the girl was talking about, him was saying I'm him is sassy. And I knew where it was coming from, but I didn't understand what would make you go out your way to make a video about a man saying I'm him, knowing what he means by that. He means that I am the man, I am the guy, I am the person that they call him. I mean, they even had superheroes called He-Man. They even have when you wanna as a black woman, if you are saying, I'm with someone of the opposite sex, you're saying I'm with him. It's apparent what a man means ebonically, or in the slang or hip hop, or in idea, what he means when he says I'm him. See, what she did was she took it and flipped it to make him a suspect. Because in a black woman's eyes, you cannot be him. And I'm not talking about at the front of her eyes. I'm talking about in the back of her eyes, where you can't see and you can't read them. In the back of her head, where you're not looking. It's a little idea there in the back of her head, in the back of her eyes. You can't see it. But it's a little idea there that says, I will never see the black man as a man, as him, as the man, as the patriarch, as the love of my life. And I'm not saying all black women, but most black women. And like I said, when I say most, I say 97% or higher. She cannot see you that way. Not the black woman in America. Not the black woman in America. She understands nothing. She understands nothing. She suspects everything. Everything. So you saying that, trying to exert your manhood, her first and initial action was to say, let me turn it around and bring him back down. Because I don't see him like that. Like I told you, when I told my sister, when I said I'm talking to my sister, and I said, yeah, when I see another black man, I say, what's up, God? because I dap him up and acknowledge him as a God that I've seen in my life. Instead of her saying, oh, like your father. Exactly, my sister. My real sister. Instead of her saying like, oh, like your uncles. Yes, exactly, my sister. That's what I see. I see them as gods. When I was little, I used to look at them as gods. Oh, like you see those NBA players or those kids that, used to uh, boss you around outside. When I was a kid, the reason why I saw them as that is because the reason why I let them do that is because to me they were gods. The reason why I looked at them on TV like that is because to me they were gods. If they would have told me, go run up that tree, yes, I would have thought about it. Yes, it would have sounded wild to me. But I guarantee you, if you're a 20 to 50-year-old man and you see a young kid who's playing and you dress nice and you come across them and I've been around and I've taught kids for a long time. When you dress nice as a black man, you come around these little kids and they look and they gaze because they can't understand anything except you looking like a god to them. So instead of my sister saying, oh, I realize that you're trying to return to your essence, she said, that sounds gay. There's no other way that the black woman is able to understand a black man but to suspect the worst of him at all times. That makes her emotions feel good. That stirs her emotions up. It makes her feel like something is happening that is in her life always and passionately and creativity, and because there's nothing else happening in her life. So she resorts to looking at you as a suspect because there's nothing. Most black women around the world, bro, they live boring lives. They're always wanting or waiting for something to happen because they don't live the life that a white woman has. They don't come across the passion that a white woman comes across. They don't come across the creativity. And black women don't have the same creativity that white women have. Now, I'm not saying all black women, but most black women that you come across don't have the same. If black women had the same creativity or even close enough to creativity that white women have, they would have so many more programs than just the D9 or this pledging and these lashes and this hair doing, and they would have so many more programs intricate to the black community and what makes black aesthetic amazing. If they don't even, and when they get in their like late 40s and 50s, they start to do more. They start to do more because, oh my God, man, the divide between older black women and younger black women is so strong. Unless it's like something sexual going on. I mean, and this is why I say most black women can't think outside of a molested and perverted mind. Why do you think they like prisoners? Why do you think they like thugs and drug dealers, and they don't like them looking? Let me tell you what they like about them the most, because I talked to girls about this and they've told me. Let me tell you what they like about them the most. And they've sung it in songs. They like the the lowliness of them, like the dirtiness and the excitement of of like a menace, of treating them bad, of talking to them as if they are uh or always feeling as if something is going to happen that's bad. That's what they like about, that's what black women like about them the most. So when you show anything that could bring her out of that perverted mind, when you show anything that removes you from that center of what turns her on about a black man, you are suspect to her. Because that's not what white supremacy tells her to look forward to. I have, okay, so this is one ex that I've had way back in the gap. It's not way back in the gap, but it was some years ago, and it was the ex before my last ex, and we, I mean, she had a fat ass. I'm talking about it was huge. I mean, body was thick, and I loved her body. Like, I could kiss it all day. Titties were lovely. Uh, she had short hair, uh, and she was very insecure about her hair. Um, she was like brown skin, like little lighter brown skin, and she was thick. I'm talking about like that stocky, healthy thick, and with a, I'm talking about a donk. I mean, like you can grab it, pick it up, and like just let it go, and that mug is gonna bounce back down. That's how beautiful her body was. Strong. She was strong too. I remember how, and it's not only her, but I remember how hard she came this one time when we had sex in this closet that I had in this apartment. And this closet that I had in the apartment, it was like it looked like a small cell. Like it was a big closet. Like it was a walk-in closet. It looked like a small jail cell. Like it had two shelves. It was, you could put like a twin size bed in there and a half. And it was tall, like tall ceiling. The ceiling was in the closet was higher than the ceiling in my bedroom. And when you turn the corner, it's just a straight closet. It's like rectangle straight closet. It looks like a jail cell, a real nice jail cell. And when I tell you we had sex in there one time, and there was nothing in there because I didn't put my clothes in the closet. I put my clothes on a hanger, uh, on a rack outside of the closet. So the closet was empty. The closet had like a basketball in there and a chessboard in there on the shelves. And I remember, turning the shower on, but before I got in the shower, we start having sex in the closet. And but even before that, I remember another girl walking in the closet and just looking at me like she wanted to have sex in the closet. But here I am having sex with this girl who's uh my girlfriend at the moment. And like you know when a woman's body is like when she's breathing hard, like because she's about to come, and it's about to be like a hard come. Like that's how her body was, and how she was like looking like in the sky when we were having sex in there. Because I really think that that closet space resembles something like, how do I say this, lowly. It resembles something in her mind that was very intimate to her, and it made her come even harder. So long story short, it used to it was another time where she wanted to have sex. She wanted to initiate it, and she's I'm fixing. We eat our food and stuff, and we're sitting down and stuff, and she goes by the closet. She does something at the sink, and then she goes by the closet, and she says, "I really like this closet." And I look over, and she has this look in her face like, I'm ready to do it right now again. But she has her body like inside the closet with her head like out of the closet looking around the corner. And I'm like, oh. I'm like, so she want to do it in the closet again? It's fine by me. I went over there, knocked it out the park again. But she came, the way she comes in the closet is not the way she comes outside in the bedroom, or you know, in when I had my dorm room, in my dorm room. The way she came inside the closet was like she was fulfilling a fantasy. I'm telling you. But like the shaking and the gaze, like when I'm hitting it from the back, like I could see her, the even though it was dark, I could see her gazing, like her mind was like somewhere, to the point where I'm it doesn't matter what I do right now. I could slap her. I could I could and I like titties, so I could like grab her titties and slap her titties, and I could I mean I could like just really get super rough with her. And I didn't get too rough, you know, but because I would get more rough outside of the closet than inside the closet, because I couldn't believe like the way her body was, and the way it came to life inside that closet. And she even told me one time, she told me that she misses that closet. And the reason why I believe she misses that closet, I didn't get into detail with it, and I should have, but I know the reason why. The reason why is because she felt that that closet was some kind of cage. That closet has some type of control over her and where she could go mentally, physically, and emotionally. And that's the same way she thinks about a black man. If you don't have a control over her mind to where she can go mentally, physically, and emotionally. See, with guys that are thugs, prisoners, and drug dealers, criminals, low life, they have a mental and physical and emotional connection with black women on how far she can go. And that connection is she can't go that far. And that's why it's such a connection, because she feels that with him I can never go that far. And it's always at play. It's always at play. It's always happening, like with in different situations. He's always showing me that I can never get this far, either intellectually, either uh uh in his actions, either when we try to do certain things, outings and stuff. He always showed me that I can never go that far, and so he can never go that far. So I never have to be suspect with him. But see, when a black man has his stuff together and he is, even from a young age, and he seems as if he's going to go somewhere. He seems as if he's going to be something great. She feels that he has no control over her because he's liable to be taken by either white women or opening up his horizons to other black women across the world, or challenge her to be more than what she is, meaning that he thinks that he is leading her. So she sees no control. And when she sees this, she says, oh no, I must shame him. I must make sure that I put some suspectability. So I must suspect anything he does is a part of ruining what I want the black community to look like. So if I can help it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put things in his life that are negative and make him suspect bad things or negative things about himself. And then make other people suspect negative or bad things about him. So that way, the control of where he can go in his life takes over his mind. And that way, either he is going to be outcasted or he's going to do what I say. He's going to submit to black women. And all black women are in on this mindset. They train each other and they train the younger girls in the community to think on this mindset. This mindset is over cooking, over protecting, over anything else, over providing, over building a strong, this mindset of suspecting the black man to be something negative before he is anything positive is the principal mindset for black women. And they will never let it go. It has to be bred out of them. Because it won't happen by you telling her that this is the problem. She already knows this. It's something that she don't want to deal with. And she doesn't have to deal with it. Because who's going to stop her? Who's going to tell her she's wrong? They got round tables now of black men talking about how to be romantic or how to be in relationships and stuff with black women, and it was Clifton Powell and some other guy who sways with the beautiful rainbow. They clashed on the show. And see, you can never argue with the LG about black women. The LG supports black women the most because when they saw a rise in uh black lesbian relationships, they also saw a rise in the change of power that they could have over black people. The control they could have over black people. So this goes deep, man. This goes deep, and black women will. It's like this. When black women first see a young little black child, what's the first thing they say? Do they say, "Oh, that's a beautiful black baby. That is a beautiful baby. That's a beautiful little child"? No, they say, "He cute," or "She cute." They say, "Is she bad? Is he bad? He probably bad." That's the second thing they say. Are they bad? Is he acting right? How is he acting? How is she acting? You act right for your mom. The second thing they say is, how are they acting? It's about some type of acting. And the cute and the acting together means, are they being controlled to how we want them to look and act? And this never stops until they get into their 40s and 50s. They do this for 40 to 50 years each. And we around here walking around like, what is wrong with the black community? When it's right there in your damn face.